again, friends, and welcome to my game room. Hey, I've been pretty busy lately working on this latest Kickstarter campaign. We've got a series of 5 ancient Egyptian games coming out pretty soon. And I wanted to put together a little filler video here as I'm working on those how to play videos for the Egyptian set. And one of the things that I notice is very common to all 5 of those games and many other games besides is that they use something called stick dice. So I thought I'd just take a few minutes here to talk to you about stick dice and how they work. As you can see here before me on the table, I've got a real quick collection of different kind of randomizers that are used in games. There's obviously just typical cubic dice. I've got some odd little exotic kind of cubic dice. Here's some neat little rocket-shaped D6s, some coins, and some innovative dice. But when you go back into the ancient games, you'll find that a lot of the randomizers they use were natural objects. So I've got here some cowrie shells. Cowrie shells will land either flat side up or curved side up, and that gives a different result. Knuckle bones, also called astragals, which were used quite often because of the fact that they will land one of 6 different ways. Sometimes they would drill little holes in them for the pips. I also have here what are commonly called long dice, and these long dice have grooves on them for the different results. Also there's barrel dice. These are 6-sided dice. And then the tetrahedral dice that were used by the Egyptians that just had 2 designated points, and you throw a handful of those to get a certain result. But right here in the center we've got our stick dice. And the stick dice are used in these Egyptian games along with some 4-sided dice, depends on which game you're looking at. And so I just thought I'd go into some of the history of those, some of the ways that stick dice have been used around the world, and then conclude that with a little segment on how to actually use the stick dice. So check this out, and I'll be right back with you in just a few minutes. Now, what I call stick dice are not to be confused with long dice or barrel dice, which usually have 4 sides, sometimes 6. When I use the term stick dice, I'm referring to what are sometimes called casting sticks or throwing sticks. A certain configuration of these sticks are called geomancy sticks, supposedly used by druids to ascertain some supernatural information. The most sophisticated of this sort of sticks are the Chim Asian fortune-telling sticks. But here are some examples of stick dice from around the world. Yut from Korea are used most often to play yutnori, or nyout, as well as guessing games and gambling games. There are stick dice from ancient Rome, stick dice from Central and South America, and throughout Western North America. Sticks that look like stick dice are often used for scoring markers, as in mahjong, among other games. A similar function is the scorekeeping cards used for the card game euchre. Indigenous people created stick dice from short, domino-like wafers to the 9-inch casting sticks used by Native Americans, and various cultures developed methods to ensure that the players could not tamper with the outcome of a stick toss. One such is a Korean casting tube, and another is the Native American use of a flat stone or a disc of thick leather that the sticks would be dropped onto from a specific height. For our recent series of games from ancient Egypt, we're including a set of 4-inch sticks, each with a rounded side, stained dark, and a flat side with a natural wood finish. To cast the stick dice for these games, the active player takes up the 4 sticks in their fist. Holding them vertically a few inches off the playing surface, they open their hand to release the sticks. How these sticks land indicates the movement available for that turn. The results are usually as follows. If only one stick is flat side up, the player can move 1 peg, 1 space. As one would expect, 2, 3, or 4 sticks flat side up indicates a move of 2, 3, or 4. And if none of the sticks land flat side up, this is considered a result of 5. Some games use other interpretations of the results, and some use only 3 sticks instead of 4. In addition, some games have more sticks, and some in specific colors or with specific markings, which all affect the result. For example, the game Zan Al, played by the Kiowa Indians of North America, uses 4 red and 2 green sticks. And so that's how stick dice work. I hope you enjoyed this little segment. We'll go into a little more detail of how the actual results are applied to these Egyptian games in this series of how-to videos that are coming up for those. I definitely want to thank all of our backers for helping us make those games a reality through the Kickstarter campaign. And watch for those to become part of our catalog the first of the year so that you can order them in the future. And we'll continue to make historic games for y'all, and we're also working on a new series of modern games as well. So keep tuned in. Be sure that you subscribe to the channel here so that you'll get more of information when it comes out. Comment, if you will, on what you like and what you dislike, what you'd like to see me cover in the future, and any suggestions you might have. So thanks again for tuning in, and as I always say, be sure to play every day.